Yep.
All right, guys.
All right.
Are we live?
Yes,
we are
we're
live
live.
on Facebook. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Tree Marketers Show. This is Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Every day, every week, Wednesday night, 10 p.m. We do this Tree Marketers Show. I'm Jason, your host. I have my co-host here. I have Manfred. I have Andrew.
Good
All
evening,
right.
guys.
Hey, okay, say hi. And we have a very special guest here. You guys have been seeing Chee asking questions, like grilling us all the time, right? Now, this is the time where we'll come in and grill this dude. You know, the dude with all the Avengers, all the toys at the back, that's Chee. Now, basically, for everyone who is watching this, can you please let us know if the sound is all right? Because I am personally broadcasting this in a hotel room. So if there is anything jerky here and there, I just want to make sure that we're addressing it head on right now. But guys, Manfred, Andrew, if you see anything, just let me know. Give me a heads up if there's any issue on your end. So this episode is a very unique episode where we have Chee because Chee runs an agency. So later we will let Chee do a little bit of plug about what he does and all that. But basically the topic today is talking about how do we launch a property or real estate project using Facebook ads, specifically launching property and real estate project using Facebook ads. Now, this is really something that I've been doing a lot in the past 10 years, but I have my own perspective, but definitely Chee would have his experience to share. So before all the questions coming in to grill our friend today, let our friend do a little bit of introduction about himself, because we always see him using the Avenger logo, asking questions and all that, right? So the face, now you see this face, this is the dude now, huh? Now, Chee, over to you. Tell our friends, tell our audiences out there, what do you do? What is your background? What is your past life? And all that. And yeah, share with us, please. Chee, round of applause. Come on, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Chee, yours.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chee. I've been stalking the three marketeers for many weeks, and this is the first time I'm invited to talk with everyone. I run a digital agency. We started as a software house back in 2010, and we do a lot of websites, e-commerce websites, e-commerce projects, and custom web-based applications. And then down the road, about 4 or 5 years ago, that's where we started getting questions from clients whereby, hey, we finished our project already, so what's next? So usually we ask the client, hey, have you set a budget for marketing? So specifically digital marketing. That's where you should ask them, hey, have you considered, SEO services or, Facebook marketing in particular? So that's where we ramp up the team in terms of digital ads, in terms of Facebook targeting, Facebook content marketing in particular. And then until now, we are serving several clients, mostly property developer clients in Malaysia, whereby we run Facebook ads for them, ranging from ad hoc basis, meaning the project which has already been in the market for some time and we step in somewhere in the middle, or we go in from scratch, whereby from branding, from CI design, from groundbreaking stage, whereby they have to apply for IPDL, meaning the government agency for approval for the project. From that stage all the way until launch. So this is something that I can share with everyone what has been done across this period.
Well, it's really end to end, Chee, your services.
End to end, but at the same time, we also have situations whereby we have to do a bit of vendor management for the client as well. Sometimes we work with the architects or even the 3D renderers, because truth be told, we do not do 3D rendering ourselves. We don't do rendering. We do not do artist impressions. So these are the stuff that we have to work with the third party, whatever vendors that the client engaged.
Are you really into real estate?
For now.
Oh.
Real estate is, in a way, right, one of the highest spending industry. If you're talking about come to Facebook advertising and digital advertising, this really has something that has been changing for the past many years. And one of the developers that we work with in the past many years, right, they have been actually shifting. I would say, I cannot say 100%, but definitely close to 80 to 90% of their budget towards the digital already at the moment. So I think this is really the market trend, because people are seeing the result coming out of it. However, I think the biggest challenge here is because everybody is doing the same thing, it gets saturated. So certain techniques gets saturated very fast, sooner than we think, and behavior shifts faster than we think. But I want to fire up the first question today, Chee. Of all platforms, why Facebook, and what do you think about other platforms, and why at the end of the day you still think Facebook is the best platform to run Facebook ads? To run ads for property project.
In my opinion, whether you like it or not, Facebook, the platform itself is still the most effective when it comes to visual reach compared to Google Ads, in my opinion. And it's also way cheaper when it comes to CPC and when it comes to Facebook versus Google. Although it varies between industries, yeah. For example, if we do search ads on Google, yes, we do search ads, there's high intent, there's actual intent there, so my cost per lead will go up. And in a way, the result come back in, usually the quality of the leads is higher. But when it comes to visual visibility wise, social network wise, I think Facebook is still, Facebook/IG is still the most effective one.
Can I interrupt? Just what about YouTube? YouTube ads itself, what do you think?
To be honest, I have not tried a lot for YouTube ads to give a judgment. No.
But so far, the result should be quite positive.
It should be positive. Paper, it should be positive.
For your information, in Singapore, a lot of property sellers are actually on YouTube. A lot. The most famous is the Property Lin Brothers, which I really enjoy watching their. And although I'm not looking for a property, to be honest.
I think it's a different case here, because a lot of so-called, in Singapore, I would say the agents are more active. They are more active in terms of doing a lot of different things in, kind of like stirring the market and all that. However, in Malaysia, I think the property side is actually a lot more aggressive. Of course, the agents are doing their things as well, but the developer side are doing a lot of things as well. So that's the thing. I think TY's angle would be, probably he works with a lot more developers. Am I right, TY? Directly with the developers themselves, right? So I think it's a different scenario because I do have a certain coaches or clients that they actually uses Google advertising, GDN, and even YouTube advertising. As we all know, the cost is really kind of like the cost of showing the ads and getting the clicks is really cheap. But in terms of effectiveness, a lot of people still fall back to Facebook. I mean, to help answer in a way, Manfred's question, from property developers' perspective, if you want to ask me, most of my coaches would say that, Facebook is still one of the major kind of like angle that they're actually using in order to reach the potential market.
For Malaysia,
I think the virality effect and also the ability to quickly share, I think that's one of the key differences. I mean, you can't share Google search, but you can actually share a Facebook post.
YouTube ads.
YouTube will be, YouTube, it's kind of difficult to share too.
Facebook, yes.
Yeah.
But I would say maybe YouTube, you can consider doing it for the tier 2, but that's maybe the strategy side. But fundamentally, I think that's one of the reason why most developers are actually paying attention to Facebook. But what about your case, Chee? What is it? I mean, of course, I don't want you to share your clients anything, but what is their budget distribution? More on Facebook or more in other places? Or if there's anything that you can share.
They will not definitely put all eggs into one basket. Definitely not just Facebook. So yes, iProperty, they still dump money into iProperty, and even though the cost per lead will be like what, $200 per lead.
Wow.
Yes, for property, yeah. And
the conversion rate better also lah.
In a way,
hard
to say. Yes, Jason is correct. Hard to say because sometimes
every time gamble.
Yes, we also suspect that sometimes in order for them to so-called produce results to you, I mean as in the clients, we suspect that sometimes the lead that comes in, they are actually property agents themselves.
Of course, all the time.
Yeah. And even junks. So having said that, putting money into iProp, iProp may or may not necessarily work most of the time also. But of course, whether you like it or not, iProp is still the biggest boy, in the market right now. So compared to HProp, Property Guru, they still put it there, but iProp is still the typo lah.
You just need to cover as much. What was the word? Yeah, have as many coverage as possible.
Yeah.
Right.
I talk about all these companies itself. Can I check for Malaysia? For Singapore case, there's this 99.co, they have this property show online. Property Guru also doing something similar online, something like webinar lah, where all the big shots in all this company give some speeches. Does it happen in Malaysia? No, right?
The virtual expo, I mean.
Virtual.
Not as aggressive as I know of.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah.
for those who are watching this, right, just let me do a quick plug again. What you're watching here is the Tree Marketer Show. We go live every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. over here on my Facebook page to discuss one Facebook advertising or digital marketing specific topic. So today we have a special guest here. Chee runs a digital agency, and the topic today is talking about how do we launch a property or real estate project. Typically, specifically a new project using Facebook ads. And Chee is going to share his experience. So basically, if you have any questions, feel free to type in the comment below so that we'll be able to jump on it whenever we can. And we have already prepared some questions for Chee, and Chee has already prepared some questions for us. So it's kind of like a different way over here. So anyway, before I jump to the next question, I have a question coming from Nazrin.
Hello,
all right,
my
Nazrin.
Friend. Hello,
Nazrin
my friend.
is okay. So it's Manfred's friend. So okay, Nazrin is asking. So Chee, let me read it out. If you are not reading this on my Facebook page, Nazrin asked, for property agents, okay, I'm trying to go slow. For property agents, how to differentiate your offer or marketing angles if most property agents are going in the same direction to sell, sell one, buy two, or MOP or buy condo. But this is really something more specific on Singapore context, right?
MOP, minimum occupied period, is it? 5 years for HDB. Condo, I can't remember.
Yeah. So, okay, Nazrin, I think we can't help you on this. I think we probably should bring Roy to come on board next round to talk about this, because this is Singapore project. I also don't know what is MOP, buy condo. I think these are all campaign name, right?
Government terms.
Government terms, the kind of thing. I'm so sorry, Nazrin.
Period.
Yeah, but I like the question. Let me write it down. We throw it to Roy next time and see what he has got to say. But thank you so much for asking this question, Nazrin. And for those who have any questions regarding how to market property or any angle, in fact, I guess if you actually can share your questions in the comment, and Chee will actually go over them and to share with you our opinion. Sometimes it may not be the so what do we call, there's no correct answer in many ways. It's just like based on our perspective, what works for us. All right, now I want to bring us to the next question. Before that, Manfred.
Hello,
Andrew.
Yeah.
Just
now,
Okay.
Jason jammed a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
We're back online. We're back online.
It happens to everyone. Sooner or later, it's my turn also.
We're back online.
No, I'm in a hotel, so the line is a little bit not stable. So sorry about that. Now I want to bring up all good so far. All good.
Good. Let's go.
I'll bring up the next question. Now the next question goes, Chee, how do you gain attention? How do you gain attention from your target audiences? What are the things that you would do to gain attention from your target audiences? You can actually break us into stages, or probably from which stage. How do you do this on certain things? Can you give us an overview? How do you gain attention from your target audiences?
From recent experience, whereby we recently, helped the client to launch a property project. It's a proper launch, full launch. So we started this campaign exactly 1 year ago, whereby there's groundbreaking, and then after that, whereby we start to spread the word out that we are having this particular project. So we run a lot of sneak previews for the clients, whereby even though during a sneak preview stage, there are a lot of things that we cannot share to the public, which is regulated by the government, whereby we cannot show the house facade. We cannot show certain things that are not approved yet. For example, let's say for example, oh hey, in Malaysia, your landed house, you can have gated and guarded, but you cannot actually mention that until everything is approved. So during that stage, when we do sneak preview campaigns, we use a lot of stock images, we use a lot of stock videos to represent what we want to sell, conceptual storytelling stuffs. So a lot of fluffy stuff as well. So during that sneak preview, we tell the client, hey, this is something that is interesting that's coming out. You just get the curiosity lah. So at that stage, we do a lot of reach and awareness, eyeball kind of ads. So just to ensure that everyone sees that. And in terms of targeting wise, at the time, it's quite a wide net actually. This to ensure that everyone actually be aware of that project. Then after that, down the road, instead of sneak preview, then down the road we can show a slightly bit more, probably the arch of the house or something like that. So that's where we run preview stage, and at the previous stage, we do a lot of lead generation already, for people to actually, if they're curious, if they are baited, they'll leave their contact number. Run lead gen forms. We run landing page ads, meaning we drive traffic to the landing page, and we try to get leads from there. LP views. So from the leads that is obtained, usually the sales team will give them a call and then see whether they want to make an appointment to talk a little bit more, because officially on paper they cannot review anything, they cannot accept any booking officially they can't even accept the so-called 1,000 ringgit booking. So actually a lot of developers out in the market right now, they're slightly crossing the line slightly a bit on the grayish side, or even tipping across the border already. But some of them, they are willing to take the risk, some of them don't. So because if once they are penalized by the Kementerian Perumahan, they will be in a bit of trouble, whereby the penalty is on each and every collateral, meaning you have a unipole, that's one charge. You have one flyer, that's one charge. Oh, you have a website, that's one charge. Each and every digital banner in terms of adaptation is one charge also.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a matter of whether you want to cross the line a little bit, or and even at that point, at the time before everything is approved, they call it APDL, whereby you can't even review the price. You're not supposed to review the price. Yeah, and also and of course the design of the house, at the facade itself. So these are the things that during that sneak preview stage, you try to get a lot of lead gens for the clients, while at the same time maintaining the legality of things. And then after
lead gen,
whether the sales team will give cold calls and then seek for them for appointment. After that, at the time, usually at the showroom, they usually have a showroom by then. Sales gallery, not showroom, sales gallery, whereby they have a model house, they can show it still, but they cannot put anything on paper though.
Okay.
So that's where if they want to collect any deposit unofficially, they can still do that.
So Chee Wai, sorry to cut you. So basically, I presume what you're doing is, correct me if I'm wrong. So first round awareness, you do traffic. You let people know about the website. Eyeball, heavily traffic top of the funnel traffic. Then maybe you do lead gen, you do conversion for landing page. Messenger also use, right? You also do Messenger also, right?
We do messengers also, but of course, sometimes down the road you get a lot of junk as well, whereby they'll
messenger
ask
and
PM, but then in the end they will be reluctant to deliver you.
And you will cycle through and try WhatsApp also WhatsApp message also Then I presume you definitely will do a bit of retargeting, because nobody will.
Yes. So after they get usually they get all the leads. Once they compile the leads already, they do one big EDM and they just blast it out.
So well, you also EDM, or as in people who bite the bait, who provide you email. You do EDM, I see. So maybe what's your, if you are okay to share, what's your percentage? Maybe is it 20, 60, 20? Top of the final 20%, 60? How do you allocate?
I would say the 20 is actually quite standard also from experience.
So because I personally never do for property developer, so your 60% in the middle of the funnel where you try to get leads, roughly heavily more skewed towards lead gen form, or landing page conversion?
More towards lead gen form actually.
Oh,
Although the leads that is obtained from experience, the leads that is obtained from LPs are higher quality, very much higher quality.
but the cost is there lah.
The cost is there.
So does it sometimes maybe the property developer, oh, kanchong no, wow, I want leads now. Is it happen to you so that you have no choice? You have to put all your money towards lead gen form?
Yes, there is because we also have to educate the client, consult the client that hey, slow down, keep, you chill first and explain the pros and cons of each and every one. Of course, when the project was just launched 1 year ago, we also assumed the same thing whereby we just whack the lead gen forms without even thinking on the targeting part, whereby whether it's the net is too wide or we should actually narrow down the targeting to get better quality leads. And even though when you whack out the lead gen form, you need to think about, hey, there's a certain time or period whereby you need to stop and then include certain friction inside the lead gen form already.
To ensure the quality is there.
Yeah, because if they just trigger happy and they just whack, then in the end you get damn a lot of volume, but then
sorry, Chee, so I interrupt again. Just one more, because I can't differentiate what is the difference between a property developer Facebook ad and a property agent Facebook ad. What is the difference? Sorry.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, property developer means, like, for example, developer means the person who is actually creating the project, as in that they're building the project. Okay, and then usually when they develop this project, not necessarily they'll be selling themselves. When they are selling the project, when they're launching the project, they won't be just selling it themselves. They usually will work with some exclusive agencies, whereby, like, for example, some agencies like Henry Butcher and all these are international agencies like Rain and Horn. So they will actually work with a specific agency and say that, like, for example, ERA, which is one of the biggest one in Singapore, they will say that, okay, I give this exclusive right to you guys, and then we will have a different kind of like what do we call the commission arrangement and all that. So the agency will be responsible to go and run their whatever things, because usually, like what Chee was saying, the developer won't put all the eggs in one basket. So they will run themselves, and then they will actually get some agencies to work. And most of the cases that I work with my agents, my developer clients or coaches or clients in the past, they usually do everything. So a lot of times, right, the property developers will be competing with their agents.
Yep.
When they're running ads.
If I can get the sale myself, why should I give I have to give a cut there to the agents in the end?
Yeah, but there are different stages.
Yeah.
At the beginning, they will usually do it themselves, and then towards the later part of the time, right, when they are kind of like, okay, I've kind of like saturated all my ways or means already. So they probably, and then they will work with some exclusive agents, and they will say that, this is the X number of units left, then you guys take it and kind of thing. But different property developer, different practices. So developer is the one who builds it, and a lot of times they sell it themselves. And on the other hand, there will be the agencies, as in like, something like ERA, like Henry Butcher. So these are the people that actually, they don't build, but they sell. So they're on commission basis.
Sales agent.
So the agent will have to fork out their money to run their ads and all these kind of things, the marketing themselves. But the agents are a lot of times, they are more creative than the developers. And they have a lot more freedom to do that, because the developers will be bounded by, of course, a lot of the CI, the corporate identity thing, the branding thing and all that, But I have a few questions that I pick up from Chee discussion just now. Chee, you mentioned that, before you have the APDL, which is a license in anyway, Manfred, if you don't understand,
advertising
it's like
permit.
a license for advertising. Yes, it's an advertising permit. Now, before I talk about the APDL, stock image versus real images, do you have any kind of like advice in terms of, do you see big differences when you are using stock images and when you're able to use the real images? Do you see big differences?
Definitely. But usually at the stage where we use stock images, we just no choice of bopian. So you want to
not ready when the real ones are not ready
Yeah. For example, if let's say if the property developer, they are building a park as part of their project, but the park is not there yet, so we have to find the stock, like people jogging around,
Asian jogging around.
Yeah.
Or joking around.
So just to get visuals that is best representing whatever that we want to try to sell, the story behind it.
That followed, I have another question. Now, you did mention that there are some other methods to actually generate all these things. Other than using stock images, is that you're saying lead gen? What are the other ways that you use to advertise before you obtain the APDL? If you don't mind. I mean, if this is really something that, I mean, of course, we know that it's on the gray line. We're not trying to educate the market in the wrong way, but okay, let me start. Okay, I use, for these kind of cases, at one point, I use a lot of instant experience, which back then we were calling it canvas. Canvas as in like the bloody canvas, you know, it's, you can't even find it back. It's all, it's in the thin air. It's invisible. So it worked quite well for us. So what are the other ways that you do so that you don't leave traces, right?
We do canvas ads. Oh, but then again, we also have a situation whereby even though the ad, the during preview or sneak preview stage launch already, at the end of the campaign, they also scared. So the previous ads, they all take it down. Even though the post even though the organic post that is replicated onto their Facebook page, they'll take it down also.
So you delete ads lah, effectively. You make sure that it turns into pumpkin lah.
Yeah. So just so that they do not get into trouble. And make sure we have like 20, 30 posts across the 6 months, and make sure that none of them show the price, none of them show the whatever that gives the false impression to the public that we are selling fake product, or we are selling we are over promising things, take it down. So these are things that
that comes to sorry, CY, sorry, you're saying.
And also just to touch back just now what you said, that when it comes to property agents in Malaysia, they have they have total free hand of whatever they want to do with the ads that they want to sell for the clients. For example, sub-sale or even for clients, they just use the artist impressions of the client of the property, at hand, and then just whack. And then after that, in terms of copy, they'll just put a lot of emoticons, fire, 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 that kind of flame.
Yeah, the fire thing. Oh my god.
Yeah. So if you do that for property developers, I think the client will most likely kill you. So they burn you instead. So you can't do that. But
why cannot do that? Sorry.
In terms of branding, in terms of brand image,
developer can't do it.
No standard.
Yeah, but agent just fly.
Then I every time no standard one.
What you are?
Depending on what you're selling lah.
But then again, property agents are also very, to their credit, they are very, very, very aggressive. They are very, very proactive. So I've seen cases whereby in our our property exhibitions, even though as a property developer official booth, the person that is manning all the property booths, they are all actually property agents.
Oh, so that they have leads.
Rather than in-house, because the way they sell, the way they push is actually more aggressive.
Chee, I ask you a question because I also read before. So what's because I think you surely have more experience than me. So what's the percentage exterior pictures, or is more successful than interior?
When of course, when in cases whereby the project, they are already allowed to use the facade image, of course the house images will mean everything for them, because you want to buy a product.
Interior more important.
Interior not important. That's my take.
Exterior
it's my experience.
Yeah,
so it has to be outside.
Outside
show me
first. Show all the outside first.
Yeah,
show all the facts near MRT, near park, near whatever.
USP is USP, but if that's the case, if the product is not nice itself, in which comes the topic of rendering and artist impressions, whereby the property developers, they are really, really paying top-notch dollars for a good rendering. We are talking about 8,000, 10,000 per image.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it can even go higher.
So it's always exterior photo, then all the good facts. Then what happens if the property cannot make it? How? Oh, horrible place. How do you package your thing? Sorry, this is
Horrible, then you shouldn't build it.
You're saying that so despite the house being nice, you have we talk about a lot of USPs, but then again, there's a situation whereby if the product itself got a
seriously
bit of
cannot make it.
challenges, say location. But for example, suddenly you say it's in Sembawang, for example, it's like out in the middle of nowhere. So they will try to most of the time they'll try to camouflage this this so-called handicap. To say, hey, probably this is going to be the next biggest thing in KL North, for example, or KL South, for example. But let's say KL North, you can go all the way to Tanjung Malim or all the way to Perak, near there already, whereby
you're still telling the truth, lah.
Yeah,
of course, but we actually tell the truth on the other hand, I mean, I agree with that. I think it's a nice play.
So it's still, no matter what, it's still exterior all the way. Then maybe at the end, your retargeting, you mentioned a bit of interior. You still touch on a bit of interior pictures,
Yeah, you still have to talk about, hey, it's the house is designed to be flexible when it comes to modifications. You can make this place into a walk-in wardrobe, for example. So so they still talk about the USPs of the house design.
So in your experience, video, picture, carousel, any golden combination? What's the combo?
I can say something. Carousel is a no-no.
No.
Super no-no.
Super
Kill
no-no.
money like freak, man. Seriously, super no-no.
Carousel, why?
Super no-no. Super no-no for property. No joke. No, why? Nobody bothered to swipe.
Yes.
It just doesn't work. Carousel is Carousel is really in for e-commerce. So, I mean, it's just a sidetrack. I mean, I'm not sure whether Chee agrees. If you're not in e-commerce, if you're trying to use the carousel feature to kind of like you break your images into multiple, it doesn't work right now at the moment, at least for now. People don't bother.
Not even first video, second, the exterior, third exterior, fourth exterior. No, cannot.
We even tried the gimmicky ways of, let's say, for example, let's say carousel, we keep it five slides. First slide and second slide is actually a big panoramic image that people feel that, wow, it's one big image that you can scroll and pan like that. It still doesn't work.
So, rephrase video and image, which one you prefer? Or any order preference? Or?
From experience, video still works better. Unless if you want to use a single image static ad, your image better be like super damn good, and your headline copy, that's where you put really a lot of effort on that one single image to sell that one single image, meaning your copy wise.
That's a tough sell, man.
Yeah, that's a tough sell.
And it's a tough sell.
If not
a lot of churn.
Yeah, if not the easy way out, of course, video or again video slides . That's the easy way out .
Video with audio, no? Video with audio
doesn't matter.
Don't bother.
Doesn't really matter, because sometimes if it's a short 15-second one, sometimes we don't even bother putting the volume in. I mean,
subtitle also boa.
If there's no narrative, subtitle for all. But if you have something that you want to actually highlight and say that, no, this is near
ABC MRT,
that must come in .
Near famous school.
Now, one technical question to you, what is your benchmarking CTR? Link click-through CTR that you define this is working.
I actually asked this during one of our sessions that few weeks back to you guys.
No, I asked you back.
That's what I asked you.
I'm just glad that the previous campaigns that we run is matching your numbers. Around what, 5, right?
Go lah, 5 too high already lah. 4 is
5 is the all. 5 is all. 4 to 5 is all.
Yeah.
Then so link click through 1. My angle is 1.
1%.
Link click through,
To see
unique link click through. Unique link.
No, there is only link click through. CTR has 2. CTR all means everything else, and CTR link click through is
CTR all normally is whether your creative will capture people's attention to click, see whether they click a like, comment or share, see whether that picture work or not, or that video work or not. The link click through is whether people go in. Your copy plays a more important part. The copy, especially the first few lines.
The learn more lah. That means basically you're tracking the
clicking to the next step lah. Meaning that you go after the click
to your page or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
I want to share a very interesting case. I have a very classic case. Recently I've seen one of my coachee, 7% CTR all, 0.7% CTR link click freak. 0.7% CTR link click.
Because the picture got a sweet abo, then nobody on click.
But at the end of the day, right? But ultimately, it generates very good hype, lah. So that's a very interesting case. I won't be able to tell you what is the ad like, But anyway, this is just a case. Now
The image must be really hot image, lah.
Hot.
yeah, but it's a very interesting ad, lah. It's a very interesting campaign. Now we have two questions coming from the audiences. Let me bring them up first. Now, one is from Nazrin. Nazrin asks for lead gen. Nazrin, for lead gen campaign, do we provide a brochure in exchange for their contact? Meaning that it's kind of like using a lead magnet kind of thing. Chee, have you used something similar?
What we did was, let's
You
say,
guys
for example,
Okay.
okay. What we did was, you do a lead gen form, you click, the form pops up. After that, you want to do fiction, you do fiction. After that, there's a form, you click on it, you submit. Then thank you for your submission. At the thank you for your submission page, we already give them two choices whereby either they download the brochure, you give them a direct link to the PDF. I mean, like the brochure or /catalog /sales kit, whatever you want to call it, or you lead it directly to the website already. So,
You don't ask for email, then you send it to them.
no.
So in a way, it's not our practice to do kind of lead magnet kind of thing, lah. Not so much, right?
Not so much, because we already get what we want already, meaning that the 3 contact numbers already. Yeah. Then by the time we get it, you're okay, fine, we're going to give you.
So these people will just go and cook them up, lah. Basically, they will just hunt them down all the way. I'm not just going to give you brochure. I'm going to give you a lot more things, right?
So the brochure works,
Well, you definitely have to give something back to the potential lead, whereby you touch base with the fella first, massage first, call them up, say, hey, thank you for your interest, I'm now sending you whatever. Or once upon he submit the form already, you strictly get the link to the item already. Then easier to talk also, actually.
It's a good follow-up sequence, lah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That brings us to the next. Yeah, sorry, Andrew.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Let me bring up the next question. I'm gonna pin this on the Facebook page side, but while we are at this, right, let me read this out from the chat. Chee, you can also read it in the chat, just to make sure that you can actually get this. So first, this is actually this is a question from this is from who? YJ.
Okay.
YJ has been a friend for a while. So YJ, hi. So yeah, YJ asked two questions. 4C foods. Come on, man. We are all learning together. YJ, please don't say that. I mean, yeah. So
Yeah.
YJ, first question of YJ says, message campaign has generated lead template, which is the lead gen mechanism for Messenger. So he asked, should I try messages campaign other than using traditional lead gen? Good question. So that's the first question. And then the second question is, talking about the bidding strategy. What bidding strategy should I be using when you're running campaign? Blah, 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 lowest cost and all that, recommends under what situation you recommend us to use lowest cost or bid cap and cost cap technical. Let's try. Chee,
when it comes to message campaigns, I have mixed reactions towards the message campaign because throughout the whole 1 plus 2 plus years with the clients, sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not. Whereby the not cases, I get a lot of jumps. They just trigger conversation, ask. Then after that, in the end they just drop off. They don't even leave you their contact number at all, or even any means of follow up. So they just touch and go .
Maybe agents Maybe they are agents
Yeah, but I'm actually not ruling out the messaging part. Is because one of the sessions that I learned from you guys in one of the sessions is that if the lead gen form part doesn't work in the initial stage, I can actually use WhatsApp or even any other means of reconnecting with them at the later stage. In this case, message . So whether it's message or whether it's WhatsApp, I can actually still retarget them through your method.
Yeah. So let me add on a little bit. Sorry, thanks, Chee. Now, my opinion is this. Basically, Facebook lead gen mechanism. As in the messages lead gen mechanism is really useful if you know how to use it right. What I would do is very simple. A lot of people actually try to ask too many questions at the get-go. In my opinion, you just want to bloody get their phone number. So just first question right away, ask phone number, then bring them in. That's the whole thing. And to add on to Chiwai's suggestion, I have something extra to offer here is I get the opportunity to work with developers across the region, as in like from the south to north, you know, the middle, even some east coast and all this kind of thing, right?
And
it actually goes regional.
And Singapore.
Okay, Singapore, yes. We have friends in Singapore as well. So yeah. For the northern side, right? If you're looking at northern side, messages works better.
Ooh.
Yeah. At the southern side, lead gen works better.
Wow. Didn't know
So
that.
can I say Singapore lead gen also work better?
I don't know lah. We have to get Roy or just some of our friends to come in to talk lah. Huh? Or Nazrin, can you answer this question now? On the central, right? Then we have a mix. On the
This is
central, then we
interesting.
have a mix. Yeah, central we have a mix. Certain project works better using lead gen. So my opinion is very simple. A lot of people keep banging lead gen not working, lead gen not working. Bloody change lah. That's my opinion. You know, if lead gen not working, is lead gen the only way to generate lead? Come on. I mean, we have to just open up a little bit. So if lead gen not working, messages. If messages not working, let's try WhatsApp direct link. If that is not working, let's go back to landing page. That's how I actually coach my client lah. So basically, I would give choices. For those who know my two-step funnel framework, basically the tier one is I'll always go for the most likely one. So in Northern, the tier one, I will go messages. Okay, and when it comes to tier two, I would use other one. Maybe I want to feed them more information. I'll bring them to the website, which is LP, landing page. And then landing page form, then we will monitor from that. And in certain cases, if landing page form is not getting the result that I want, I will change it. Let's go WhatsApp direct link instead.
Yeah, gotta be flexible.
Yeah, of course, we have to be, right? So I think that's my take lah. I hope that add-ons a little bit, on the question coming from YJ.
Plus the salesperson also be must be on the ball to quickly when you got the thing and you have to respond.
What is the time frame, Chiwai?
How much time?
No need to sleep, man.
How much time?
I do not meddle with the operations of the client, but usually the sales team try to call it within the same day itself.
Same day?
Yeah, I mean,
I advise the client to do 4 hours.
Okay.
Reasonable.
4 hours.
Reasonable.
Yeah, 4 hours. Okay, if it's 4 a.m. in the morning, then 4 hours lah. I mean, 2 a.m. then do, of course, next day morning.
I will use this guideline to neck the client.
Yeah. Don't quote my name.
Yeah.
Anyway, next question. Next question is very interesting. It says, the bidding strategy. When should I use this? When should I use that, right? What do you think, Chiwai?
I've been using lowest cost for all I can remember. Because there are situations whereby I use big cap, cost cap, and it failed tremendously on me. And I have no idea why at that point.
I agree with Chiwai. Lowest cost unless you know what you're doing.
Correct.
Okay? You do cost cap for a certain reason. You do bid cap for a certain reason. You do targeted cost for a certain reason. All these are actually to stir you up, to make you confused. Because now I'm actually studying for my blueprint exam again. Now, what the hell? And Facebook is saying, liquidity is the key. Yeah, every year I need to go through this thing lah. Facebook says liquidity, because the key now, Facebook, the first lesson that I'm actually studying for buying, I think it's buying, or is it planning? I think it's planning. Anyway, either one. We are talking about machine learning. The first lesson that I'm having right now, it says machine learning. And you need to be very flexible. You need to actually give So when it comes to machine learning, there are 4 things that Facebook machine learning is focusing on. First one, devices or operating systems, which is, which device and all this. Second thing is placement. And the third thing is budget distribution, which is they will ask you to go CBO. Of course, I hate that. And of course, the next one is the optimization. So Facebook's advice is very simple. Unless you know what you're doing, keep everything as default. Automatic placement. I mean, finish. Shut up. Hang on. They're saying that, automatic placement, and then CBO. What else? Lowest cost. All right. Then what is the thing?
Don't touch anything lah.
Don't touch lah. Unless you know what you're touching, don't touch. But I disagree with the CBO. The rest I'm okay. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Manfred. Just
so
kidding.
that is his official reply from Facebook. I tell you the inside story.
Yeah, come on.
They want more data.
Of course
for learning. So you might don't anyhow change anything. You change anything, the machine have to relearn everything again. Then not enough data. I already got so much data for lowest cost. Then you happy go and take big cost or big cap, then cost cap. Then they got not enough data. Only so few people do big cap. So the main thing is they want more data. This is what I read somewhere. I can't remember where I read also.
Not necessarily that lah, but I think one thing I agree with Manfred here is, when a campaign is working, right, sometimes we don't want to actually stir too much on them, because eventually when it's working, when it actually keeps learning, it should get better. Theoretically, it should get better. So to answer YJ's question, lowest cost unless you know what you're talking about, unless you know what you're doing.
50
lowest
conversion within 7 days, that's the most important.
Yeah, just go for lowest cost. All right.
But
I mean, unless you know. I mean, let me give you another tip lah. One scenario you want to go for bid cap. Underspend.
Cannot spend.
Underspend, then you go for bid cap. And you want to go for bid cap, you got to really monitor very closely. Okay, when I underspend means that I want to spend $100 a day, but I only get to spend maybe like $30. That sucks. Right? So in order to get my result, I need to first spend all. Then only I can reach X amount of number of people. Then only I'll be able to get the result. So my first thing, if I want to get to spend, I want to finish my spend, I push the bid cap. So my trick, my practice here is when I push bid cap, if my usual cost per lead is $50, I'll push my bid cap to 100 to even 150.
3 times.
That is how I play bid cap. 2-3 times, I don't care, because you will not spend 100 to 150. But you're sending a signal to Facebook that say that, hey, I'm willing to spend, push me. But you got to really monitor. When you push for bid cap, you want to know when to stop.
Can go way off.
So that's what I have for you, lah, YJ. All right? So thank you so much. And Chee, thank you for the sharing. Now I want to bring up another question coming from Philip. Now Philip asks, okay, Philip is our friend now. Philip is my inner circle friend. Now Philip asks, sign up or learn more for CTA button. Okay, I think that's very subjective, but what is your take?
Very subjective. Throughout the whole year, let's just take that as a case study. Throughout the whole year, whereby we run the campaign for the client, if we do learn more, it's more mild in a way. It's milder. It's not so aggressive. So when you want the client to go to the website or everything, so they read more, I usually put learn more. Unless at the stage whereby, let's say for example, another project whereby the project is already ready, I really want the sales, sign up.
I think Philip is referring to lead gen.
Yeah.
Maybe tier 1, we can do.
Philip is a real estate agent.
Tier 2 can do sign up. Tier 2, when you do retargeting, more or less is there already.
More or less is he's already considering. So usually I'll just.
Because sign up, if you put tier 1, maybe people see already scared.
Sign up / book now because there's also another book now one also.
Maybe you can try dynamic creative, let them run, then you know the result. But one thing, people who come in, the leads come in doesn't necessarily convert. So you have to do one more extra step to make sure if you use learn more, they sign up already, as in they give you the information, whether they convert or not. The money part is more important. Whether you convert or not, that's very important. So you tie back to so you might have some data. Cannot say we think that learn more will work. But on general, I think sign up below at the second tier, lower tier, then learn more, less aggressive on the top of tier.
Top of the funnel.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
At certain point, also, we do not want to so-called scare them off. Like, oh, you want me to commit now already? So, yeah.
But I think sign up has to be very solid, lah. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I agree. I would usually go for learn more for those maybe like tier 1 ads. Then when it comes to tier 2, I go for sign up. But I will go very specific if you get them to sign up for something. So you have to really understand your call to action. That's my take. Thank you so much for the question, Philip. I hope we answered your question. Now, we have another question coming from Richard Moore. Richard Moore has been with us for a while right now. I already posted it in the comment. So in our chat over here, and I'll pin it on the Facebook chat over here on the Facebook video. It says quantity versus quality. I think Richard is really asking from the salesperson's perspective instead of the agency. So yeah, so it's painful thing to okay. It says it's painful for the salesperson to call more to sell the same number of units. But I
every
think
time you call already, say, no, I never give you the number. No, I never press that button.
Correct.
No, it's not me. It's my child. Whatever. No.
How can you? How did you get my number? How dare you?
How dare you call me? Every
I
time
sue
like
you.
that. I sue you.
There was
Now,
also
I think
there was also a situation whereby a 75-year-old auntie picked up the call when the sales team called. Hey, how do you get my number in Chinese or more? So the sales team also panic. So there are situations like this.
I think let's answer this question from one thing at a time. First thing first, Chee, what is your actionable leads ratio? As in, like, you get 100 leads coming in, how many % of the leads that you get are usually actionable? Actionable means when you call them, they do pick up or they reply to you if you message them or something like that. Actionable, first one.
20%.
20%. Okay, similar. I think that works. So that actually works on this thing, you know. First thing first, in order to increase the quality of the leads, I think, Richard, we need to investigate this from a few angles. First thing first, are these leads being kept for a long time and then you just pull them up for calling sake, just for the sake of calling? First thing first, I think we need to take care of the, when the lead comes in, yes, how soon you respond to these leads. Because Facebook always advises to actually just respond as soon as you can. So if you keep it longer for a week, then of course the quality of leads will drop. Like, for example, I mean, the same 1,000 lead you call now versus a week later, it's gonna be different outcome. It's gonna be definitely different outcome. Yeah, so that's the first angle we want to look at. So a lot of times, this is something that I actually it's about, sometimes we get inquiries as well from agents, from developers. Certain developers will ask for, let's say they say that, I am launching this in February, for example. They say from now until January, I need to generate 10,000 leads on my hand. And then they break it down, They say that, based on our past cases, 10,000 leads, our cost per lead is about $20. So 10,000 leads will be about 200,000. So that's our budget. How do you take this thing, Chee?
Usually I ask them, wow, you terbalik kira like that one.
Your spend also must charge also, must add into it.
Yeah. As you haven't count ad spend, you haven't count pretty much all creatives and everything also, actually. So you cannot really judge by that.
I think, sorry.
Sorry.
No, I mean, when a client asks for KPI, this is kind of like a KPI base, because whenever we run agency campaign, right, back then we always go by KPI. But I think it's really the mindset already. You see, there are two schools of thought of developers that I've worked with. One school of thought is say that, okay, I'm launching this by February, and by January I need 10,000 leads. So that's one school of thought. So the other way is they just want to go for the number, and then eventually, they just chuck it all to the salesperson. And then the salesperson is going to go through what Richard is saying, of course this 10,000 was generated 2 months ago. How do you remember do you even remember which email that you gave away like yesterday?
Microsoft study is 7 seconds.
Sorry.
Memory of the human being.
Am I losing myself?
7 seconds. No. You're good.
Yeah.
I'm good, right? Okay. Yeah. So that's the first thing. Now, the second school of thought here is this, okay? The second type of client that I work with is like this, okay? This month, I want 1 million in revenue. And in order to get 1 million in revenue, I need to sell 2 units. In order to sell 2 units, I need to get 100 leads. So this month, I want to get 100 leads. I break it down to every day. I need to get how many leads, and we work on daily KPI.
Wow.
That's how we work. So reverse engineering, reverse calculation is a valid method, but you can't count it by 2 months later. You have to count by day. That's how I do it. So we break it down. Every day you need, in order to get 100 leads per month, every day you need 30 leads at least. So we go on KPI basis, on daily basis. That's how it works.
How do you pack the spending then?
We break. So basically, if it's a fresh project, then we would run for 2 weeks. Then we get a benchmarking first. And then we have the benchmarking, we try to optimize it for another 2 weeks time. then we should be more or less getting the kind of like a hang of it, because different project, like for example, commercial usually more expensive, and residential usually cheaper. So when we have that benchmark, then we plan our budget ahead. Then we will tell the client, look, after 2 weeks or 2 months of optimization, the cost per lead is 30. Let's work on this. So the benchmark is 30. So if you want 100 leads, give me that amount of money. That's how we do it.
That is what I've spoken with Facebook Singapore again 2 weeks ago. Exactly the same thing. You just look at your past records and see what they have been spending for that period, and then you more or less can gauge how much you think they need to spend to get that amount of leads already.
Yeah, but I think but okay, we went ahead already, but I think we answer Richard's question. I guess fundamentally you really have to look at how soon you handle the kit and leads, and how do you handle the leads. That will actually boil down to frustration of salesperson is always like that lah. We can't run away from that anyway. Yeah.
For property developer, they should have a lot of emails or a lot of contact numbers. So if they want to sell the new property, can we actually just throw it in, then do lookalike audience 1%? For Malaysia case is so big. Have you tried that, GY?
Yes, in fact we do.
Very good, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic lah. In a way, it's very weird. It's because the project we launched is a brand new project. So in a way, there's no past customers.
Yes.
But then again, this so-called 1,000 contacts from the database is from the previous projects that they did, probably concrete leads or even existing buyers. So we take that, even though it's old, probably 2 years old. Then after we do a lookalike.
So for Malaysia, 1% enough already, right?
I do 1%.
Okay, 1% can already. So have you tried using the email? Because people who buy before most likely can buy again, right?
Yes.
We try to email out.
Property difficult lah.
I don't know Malaysia case.
Too long sales cycle already.
So email cannot.
Sales cycle is a bit too long.
Yeah.
Email cannot.
We some of our clients use it for trying to call for a referral or kind of thing for nurturing, because they are usually, they are depending on developers, but we see a trade. There are certain percentage of buyers or property owners when they are happy with one developer, they kind of like want to stick with this developer. In the future, they want to buy more property when they're ready, right? And they will actually stick with it. So certain developers that I work with have got this kind of like either their internal referral program or kind of like their membership program.
So they call them up.
Yeah, so they would actually invite them to the launches and all that.
Yeah.
Any idea what's the percentage? Say example, 1%, 2% will buy a second one.
I don't have a data.
I don't have the data.
Curious.
I don't have that.
Just curious.
Yeah.
Depending on economy as well.
Yeah. I think we are having fun. We overrun. It's already almost 11.
Holy crap.
And
this is nice, right?
Not
bad, right,
questions.
No. Before we have a few more questions over here, but let's see how much we can do. But before that, right, I think we want to let Chee do Manfred's job.
Yes.
Today Manfred is on leave.
I think I'm frozen. Am I frozen?
A bit.
Just for a second.
Oh, luckily I'm not frozen like that. Okay, anyway. Now, Chee.
Yep.
Website of the week.
Yep.
Okay.
And you must also show your company website also later.
Yeah.
We have 2 websites of the week today. One is to let Chee share with us the tool that he has been using. And second one is we want to let Chee plug a little bit about his business. So if you need help in terms of what Chee does, you can actually contact him. So Chee, I give you 3 minutes.
You will talk about the SEO optimizer.
Really enable sharing,
that was actually mentioned in the previous episode with Ian. We're talking about the backlink. So he mentioned the SEO optimizer. For the record, I never used before.
Yep.
So today we have a brand new Wow Master. Okay, take it away.
So the website of the week that I am introducing is this website called.
Jason is putting out the URL inside the Facebook.
SEO Optima. It's actually basically it means SEO SEO optimizer, whereby as per last week, yes, when you launch a website, you have to consider in terms of SEO wise, you have to do a lot of backlinkings. You consider both what do you call that?
Checking.
Best practices for SEO. So there are a lot of to-do lists when it comes to SEO wise to fix your site internally first before you do whatever SEO campaigns outside, whether it's link buying or whatever. So this site that I'm introducing, so I'll give you a checklist. Let's say, for example, let's say, okay, this one.
You use Opera.
Oh, because Opera, I can block ads.
Okay.
I can block ads, it's faster. So, yeah.
I haven't used that for a very long time already.
Yeah. So if you put in the website,
residence.com.my, this page is very good. Is this under you?
Yeah.
Pandai lah tu, huh?
It's not exactly a good rating also yet, because we know that there are a lot of things that in terms of SEO we haven't do yet. Waiting for the client to engage us for SEO services.
So the client must know what to do lah. Huh? Who's that? Anyway.
So
residence.com.my. Okay, then follow down. What else is this?
So from here you can see the rating. So he'll tell you. So in terms of SEO wise, so usability wise, what's the performance like? So you scroll down. So yeah, you say, hey, your SEO can be better. Why better? Or you need more content. So make sure that you check your title tags. You check your meta description, meta text, meta description. Make sure you have your H1 tags, whatever text that is needed. Then after that, keyword consistency, because in this particular website that we do, the content is not a lot. It's very, very much visual. So there's just not enough content in a way. So then we need to improve in terms of keyword consistency. And then after that, amount of content, yes, it's not a lot. Yeah. And then after that, these are the things that we need to fix. For example, hey, you have image links all around the site, but then again, you have to make sure that you have alt text on the site. Then after that, what else? You remind you, hey, you need your robots.txt, you need your sitemap.xml. Make sure that your analytics is there. So you give you a checklist of what you need to do before you roll your site out. And also, hey, if this thing goes on mobile or on desktop or even tablet, so is it easy to tap around, or are the buttons, if it's two image buttons, are they too close to each other? So they'll give you a heads up. Then after that, in terms of performance wise, okay, fine. If the performance is bad, then after that, is my server too slow, or probably I just need to jack up, compress my CSS or compress my JS files, just compression and to do. So all these kind of stuff that you take it as a checklist before you launch the site. See what other things that you can optimize. Whether your image is it really too big, or you can actually compress it even further. So yeah. Then after that, in terms of social, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Because even though we put a Facebook link there, sometimes you say, oh, there's no Facebook. Huh? What? So you all know the client doesn't have a Twitter account, so yeah, it's a cross. So the client doesn't have an Instagram account, so it's a cross as well. But sometimes it's a false alarm, yeah. So don't be too tight to that. Then after that, in terms of security, whether you have SSL or not, then what the technology is used. Yeah.
Oh, they also have that.
Yeah. So the only setback for this site is that it is paid service. So in a way, you can do it once or twice a day only, because it will try to track your IP. Yeah. So you see, you have run the maximum number already, unless you want premium plans.
Can.
Yeah. So this is where.
Let's move on to your website.
Oh.
Yeah.
My website.
Yeah.
Yay! Our second website of the week is Chiwai's website. Let me put it right back. So for those, apparently, if you judge from the explanation just now, this dude is really like a hardcore technical guy lah. So if you want your website to do well and all this, right? If you see your whatever optimization is F after you use the tool just now to check your website, and you need help, I think you need to talk to CY lah.
So my company is called Unique Creative Studio. We are based in Bangsa South. Yeah. We do a lot of we are web guys. We started as web guys. We started
The past life,
yeah,
current life as well.
past life in a way. And I was loving last week when Manfred mentioned SPH because SPH was our client. So I used to travel to Singapore. So we do a lot. We do a lot of fashion sites for them, for subsidiaries of SPH in Malaysia. So yeah, these are some of the clients that we do. We have
e-commerce also.
Yeah, some of them are custom applications whereby booking system, like event booking systems. You register for a run or you register for an event. We do that kind of systems as well. Then we do a lot of digital marketing. We do a lot of magazine websites. These are some of the clients ranging from property developers, publishers. Yeah. We also work with a lot of 4As agencies actually, which I cannot name, because for the past 5-6 years we are actually the behind the curtain guys, whereby we service a lot of 4As agencies that do not have a digital team sometimes.
You do all the hard work, you do all the hard work. All right,
we learn the.
Must see your
learn the real thing lah.
You see, all the 幕后工程
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Hey, you know where to find him?
Yeah, I've already put the link. I already put the URL in the what do we call the comment, so you guys can actually click and just go over and see him now. Yeah, you may stop share, Chiwai. I want to bring up I mean, let's round this up with the last question. I think if you guys are still watching, you're in for a treat. Now, I want to talk about the mistakes. What do you think are the common mistakes that people make when it comes to advertising or launching a project?
Stop share.
Yeah, I can't find
Let me stop you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I bring it back. Okay, now, yeah, our last question today. I think we overrun. This is one of the longest. I like it. It's good. We can actually run it to 12 o'clock, but everybody needs to sleep. Anyway, mistakes. Yeah, let's do the last question. What are the common mistakes that advertisers make?
I really want to answer this question. I've been preparing.
Please, I know. Come.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to whether it's property developers or even sales agents, property agents, they are doing ads for Facebook. A lot of times, some of them they have no strong CTA. Some of the ads, they do not have a strong CTA. So after reading the ad, so what do you want from me? Like what do you want to do after this? Then the biggest issue that I had with them, bad English, very, very bad English.
Wow.
Bad grammar, so in terms of branding wise, brand image wise, not really good. Even though if you're doing for the clients, meaning if you are a property agent, you're doing on behalf of your clients. So if your ad is bad when it comes to grammar, English, and everything, it's going to reflect on the client as well. So these are things to improve. At the same time, some of the ads, property ads, they do not mention location, they do not mention price.
Sorry, the first shot, as in, okay, first tier, do you mention price? Upfront tell the price.
Let's just say that the project is already completed.
Completed already.
A purely completed project, and you are just trying to sell the product.
Yeah.
Some of them, they do not have location, they do not have the price. I'm
very
specific towards real estate ads, I'm saying. So some of them, they are intentional, whereby if certain case whereby if the ad of the product, there are a lot of handicaps when it comes to location. Probably that's why they do not want to mention the location. And they don't want to mention price because they want to create more engagements. Meaning, PM, you get tons of PM on your ad. Well, meaning the project seems to be very hot, but then in the end, people ask a lot of PMs because your ad is not clear. So, which is a tricky way.
So your stand is must put the price and the address at the start. Let's take it as it's completed already. Okay.
Rather than the Facebook admin saying that, hey, we have PM you privately, don't do that. Just put it out. Unless,
I like that.
Yeah, unless you are legal limitations why you're not allowed to do that. Then sometimes it's way too conceptual, way too fluffy. So in the end, where's the product? So why not just show it outright?
So you rather have small number of quality visitor or quality prospect, rather have a whole bunch of people who satisfy 100, 1,000 customer
Yeah.
audience, but CBA3.
Because one of the questions just now that I saw is that quality versus quantity. Sometimes it's also you have to judge the expectations of the client in a way. In this case, the property developer client, whereby if they want volume, then after that hell unleashed, they all break loose already. So you just give them the volume that they want.
So
Or if you get the volume, then after that the sales team call, all jump, then how?
So
But then if you create some friction on the lead gen form, for example, then you get lesser numbers, much more lesser numbers. Your cost per lead will definitely go up. But then again, you call 10 2 kena, okay ma.
okay.
Rather than
Rubbish in, rubbish out lah. Must make sure it's
Yeah.
So one more question. Lead gen form, do you ask how much you earn? Do you ask that? Or how much are you willing to spend?
You can ask for earning.
Earning cannot. So how much are you willing to spend?
We tried two methods. One of them is before they fill in the form, there's a slight intro. This property ranges from what price to what price. Is this within your budget? It's a yes or no.
Oh, okay.
That's
The lowest is how much?
Yeah. So I most probably won't be able to afford. Okay, I drop off already. That's number one. At least friction a bit. The second one is to put in appointments. That's for example, would you like to visit our showroom this week, next week? So give it a bit more of a seriousness or commitment in terms of the friction.
The lowest cost, do you put inside the ad copy right at the front also? Do you do that?
Which one? Sorry.
The lowest cost, as in say this condo requires $2 million. Do you put upfront inside the condo?
The price we will definitely put it inside under the copy or under the headline. We'll definitely put one. But sometimes, if they missed out or they trigger happy, they just tap that price thing.
Have to repeat again. Okay.
Yeah, it feel in front of our face. So if you submit, better be serious about it. I mean, it's a bit of commitment from you. I mean,
Filtering process.
I agree. Wow. Can you imagine? We are now at 11, 12 right now. We overrun and we are having fun. I mean, for those who are watching up to now, thank you so much for staying with us up to now. This is the Tree Marketer Show. We go live every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. So you probably want to hit on the subscribe or follow button to make sure that you receive notification whenever we go live. I wanted to do notification, but today I've been driving around, so I couldn't make it. But anyway, thank you for staying with us, and we have Chee to thank. And everybody put your hands together for Chee. This is really one of our most interesting session. I think definitely the longest lah.
Most questions.
I think.
Yeah, most questions.
Definitely the longest. All right, thank you so much for those who ask questions, and we will be putting this up in Spotify and iTunes, and which is the podcast and everywhere. So our friends will be sharing it on their respective YouTube channel, and we will also go live on my YouTube channel. So okay, before we go, I want to go a quick plug. Okay, I want to let Andrew, you want to give us a quick plug about the program that you just launched?
Oh, okay. I've just launched a 3-day challenge. So now you've got a family of challenges already. So 3-day challenge on email marketing. And it will be taught on the 21st of December. You got to give them the website though.
Oh, yeah. Can you? Yeah, later on. Yeah. Do you want to?
No,
you just put it in. Just put go dot. Yeah, maybe I should put it there. Oh, I can't. Let me give you this.
Okay. You give me that go dot.
I've just finished the.
I'll do that. I'll bring that in. So yeah, share with us the thing first. I'll bring the link in.
Yep. So the idea is this: the 3 days challenge is basically to help the students to grow your email list, and I think email is still a very efficient and a very powerful follow-up tool in the process. So you have to grow your list, and from there, what do you do with the list? How do you nurture your list? How do you nurture your readers, for example, and prime them from prospects into buyers? So there are certain methodology and framework to it. And this is what will be covered on the 3 days.
Yeah. And for those who really want to...
A shout out to Andrew. the ad is definitely working because it is showing right in front of my face everywhere I go. So yeah, it's working.
So you definitely have to sign. I mean, another thing that I want to say here is, if there is anyone that you want to go to regarding email marketing, Andrew is definitely the guy, because he planned my email marketing for my 6-day challenge, and we'll work on projects together. Definitely, you got to up your game on email, especially when we talk about lead gen, right? I always ask my client, after lead, what happened? We usually convert 1 to 2%. What happened for those people who actually sign up and didn't buy? They may not buy now, they may buy later. How do you nurture them? That will be the questions to ask, moving forward, on how can you imagine you can actually convert another 3% out of these people who have been dormant there for a while. Do you want to do that? And I think Andrew can help you on this. All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you so much for
That's
sharing with us.
episode 13 already for us already.
It's already episode 13. Awesome. And the
Wow.
next one is gonna be episode 14. That means we've been running this for more than 3 weeks. 3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
Holy.
Our next guest.
Done, man.
Our next guest.
Our next
Sorry?
guest will be a gentleman.
Yeah,
His name is Faisal Suhaimi. He is basically a sales trainer. And we'll be talking about how the digital era is going to help or affect salesperson or face-to-face selling.
This is
So,
crazy.
yeah. So it'll be cool. So he'll be on next week.
Very interesting. Yeah. So if
And
you are
GY, do your job. Remember to do your job.
GY is our fourth marketer doing out there rallying. So another thing is, we actually have plans to, bring all of our guests are always happy to come back. But can you actually share with us what are the topics that you wish to learn from which of the guests that we have, so that we can actually discuss with our guests, like GY here. If you have anything you want to ask him, right? Then you can. Well, maybe GY next topic we want to talk about website optimization. I think that works. That's a solid topic. So you can share with us what are the topics that you want to learn from any one of the guests that we had. Then we will actually arrange on that. Okay. Now, thank you so much for staying with us up to now. We still have a lot of people over there. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Tree Marketer Show. I'm your host, Jason. We have Manfred, Andrew. We have Chee as our guest here.
Thank you,
so much, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Chee. Thank you, Chee.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will see you next week.
See you
All
next
right,
week.
guys.
Bye.
See you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.